Hey guys, it's Roman. So, for this channel, I kind of want to do like anything and everything. Like, we already have me playing the trombone and me taking photography stuff. And I feel like the next best thing so I can get my stuff out there is doing a cooking video. We're gonna make homemade Crunchwraps because a bitch is hungry, period. Going to like my Walmart and there wasn't any tostadas. And I literally like walked up and down like the Mexican aisle like a fucking idiot. And then like the Mexican people were like this one guy came over and he was like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, no, like I'm in Spanish 3, like we're fine. And like I could not find any tostadas. Like I found tortillas but I couldn't find tostadas. With the Crunchwrap, we have to make homemade tostadas so we can put in the Crunchwrap to get that like crunch. Because you can't have like a Crunchwrap without tostadas, or else it's just like a fucking burrito. So we're gonna make homemade tostadas so we can make our homemade Crunchwraps. I have like a recipe for the tostadas, and then I'm just gonna wing the Crunchwraps because I don't know. Hi, so tostadas are one of the things that you don't really need a recipe for as long as you know how to cook the ground beef. You just look at what stuff is in there and then you just put the stuff in and then there you go. So we have our ground beef, which is like done thawing out, and then I already prepped our lettuce, tomato, and cheese, and then our sour cream's in the fridge, and our queso is just there. So I guess we're just gonna start with the tostadas, I guess. For the tostadas, we have to do like a little bit of measuring. We have our tortillas, which are grande. I tried making Crunchwraps before, but with tostadas I got from like somewhere else. These were not big enough, so I had to get the grande ones. So basically what I'm gonna do is we're gonna like fold the small one into the grande one, and then we're gonna find out what works, and then we're gonna cut out the excess. So basically here's a small one. It's like small. It's like decently sized. Like, I wouldn't call it small, but for the Crunchwrap, like it's small. We're gonna like trim it around until we get our desired size for our tostadas. Oh my god. So here's our grande ones. It is obviously bigger. It's pretty thin too, which is kind of scary because we have to wrap this shit around literally everything. So I wish I could get like a lower camera, but we can't do that. So I'm basically gonna like find a way to like fold it. We like get the tortillas. It's supposed to be corn tortillas, but we don't have corn tortillas. I don't even know why we don't have corn tortillas. We just don't. Even though low-key corn tortillas are better. Alright, I think we're gonna use this. We're gonna try this again. We're basically supposed to like rub this, like batter it in like oil, and then put like salt and like seasoning and stuff. That's that. We're gonna do like 3-ish more, because I think we're gonna eat 3 because I'm the only one who can eat them. So how's your guys' day? My day's been pretty fine. I had a run because a bitch needs to exercise a little bit. I also had my meeting for marching bands. Turns out we're still doing it. I didn't know that, but I guess we're still doing it. Like I'm not mad, but I'm kind of like why at the same time. Like I get why, but like you know, I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't really thinking that much about marching bands since Corona happened, or oh fuck, we're not supposed to say that. Okay, we have our oil and we have our pan, so we're basically gonna like lather it, and then we're gonna throw it in there for like 15-ish minutes until it gets brown. I'm not saying I don't like band, like I love marching band. I feel like I'm one of the only people that prefers concert bands over marching band. I don't know why, it's just a personal preference. I'm like an indoor person, so I prefer indoor sports and stuff. Obviously, if you're for some reason watching this and you're like an 8th grader in middle school, obviously join marching band. But it's not for me. I usually still, I do it, you know, mostly to meet new people and so I can keep busy over the summer, because literally like I usually do nothing during the summer. And this like thing happened, and I was like, oh, so we're like probably not gonna have marching band. I was like, cool. Like I need keep myself busy. So that's when I started like doing on like photography, and I started this YouTube, and like basically things that like I wouldn't be able to do because of marching bands being so stressful. I wouldn't say stressful, I would say time consuming. Well, I don't know. I like to look at the positives and stuff. Yeah, basically like have a schedule for it in a year, and then just something crazy happens. It kind of like opens your eyes to stuff that you would never think about doing. So we finished our tostadas. I put them in the oven. They're gonna go for around 15 minutes, and I think what we really have to need to cook is our ground beef. So we're gonna go get that. Actually, no, we're gonna go get our seasonings so I can show you what seasonings I'm using. We have our seasonings. Before I say this, if you're watching this for a tutorial, go somewhere else. I am not a chef. This is just stuff that like I do. Like I'm like a home cook, you know. That's another thing that I got to do during this break was cook. Cause I never thought I could cook because I always like suck at cooking, but I don't anymore. So anyway. So what we're using besides our regular salt and pepper is we have paprika, seasoning salt, cumin, everything bagel seasoning. I don't know why I use this. I just put this on like everything. We have chili powder, taco seasoning, garlic, salt, and paprika. So those are all the seasonings that we're going to be using. You know, pick what you want. This isn't a tutorial. I'm just making them for fucking fun, so. I just realized I just put in 3 types of salt in the ground beef. Don't do that. Anyway, let's go cook our ground beef. Hi guys. So basically we're gonna cook our ground beef. There's our ground beef being all raw and stuff. If I want to say I'm gonna say something before this. If you're vegan, if you're watching this, get out, honestly. Like, I don't know why you're gonna be vegan and then want to make this. Like, we don't use tofu. Like, I like my chicken. I like my pig. You gotta go. So, here we're gonna use our skillet because I just feel like you get more flavors out of a skillet than some random ass pot. So we're just chilling with our skillet. So basically, you're gonna put some oil on the pan to start. I don't know why. That's just what Google and my mother taught me. Just put oil there to start. Okay, y'all. So first you're gonna add half an onion. I don't know why I add onions. I feel like it's just to give. It's just another reason to give the ground beef a little bit of like, you know. So we're just gonna like saute the onions. They're loosely diced. I don't know. You can like julienne them or something, but I like them in small bits. You can see some like lines. You can see some like, you know, like strips. I don't mind. Just loosely dice them, if that's even like a culinary like word to describe what this is. See, you can start smelling the flavor in there. Period. During break, I started watching Grey's Anatomy, actually. I'm on season 5 right now. Right now it's good. Grey's Anatomy is one of those shows that, like, you can love and hate all of the characters at the same time. So the character I don't like the most is Derek, so far. And you can come at me, but like I said, I'm on season 5, so don't come at me too much. I don't know if you can see, but the onions are kind of done, so we're just going to slide in our ground beef. There we go, that hissing. We love that hissing. Okay, so we're gonna basically cook this until it's brown. It's 350, so we're gonna check on our tostadas. Oh shit, they burnt. So there's our tostadas. They're kind of burnt as fuck though. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. So you see the ground beef is cooking. Half of it's brown and half of it is still raw. So I feel like this is the time that we throw in all of our seasonings. Honestly, don't ask me how much seasonings I use. The tablespoons and teaspoons. If you didn't know, I'm black, and I think there's a saying that like God will tell you when it's enough.
I think that's pretty fucking enough, buddy.
I put a shit ton of chili powder. Shit. So, I think we're supposed to put like a bit of water in it. I think. I might put a little bit of water and see what happens. Because I don't want this shit to be dry as fuck, so. I might put a little bit of water. There's a seasoning, and we got a paprika for color, I think. And we have everything bagel seasoning. And then we have our cumin. Yeah, I honestly might put a little bit of water in it, because I don't want this shit, I don't want this stuff to be, like, flavorless, you know? Let me put a little bit of water in it. So we got a little bit of water, nothing that we can't, you know, a little bit of water. So we can keep some of the flavor in it.
Do you even know what you're talking about? Just stop. Just stop.
The tostadas aren't looking that good, but you know, it's what's in the inside. Let me move this. It's what's in the inside that counts. So the tostadas don't look perfect, but you know what? It's what's in the inside. So we're gonna finish cooking these, and then we can assemble our tostadas. Period. I don't know, like let this simmer for a little bit more, and then we can start assembling our stuff. So at this time while it's simmering, you can start cleaning up because it's a little bit dirty in here after our tostadas and ground beef. So clean up. Period. So the moment you've been waiting for, we're gonna make our crunch wrap. Period. I have this angle so you can see me doing it. We have a nice clean surface, and we're gonna start with our tortilla grande. We have our tortilla like flat, like it's ready to go. We are gonna put our ground beef, just like a scoopful of ground beef. So we're gonna get a queso and basically do the same thing but with a different spoon because we're not gross. Fuck. There we go. There we go. So you're basically gonna drizzle that all over. We have our tostada that we're gonna put here. We're not gonna try to break it because I only made 3. So we have our sour cream, which I didn't think I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't have to prep it, so okay. And then we have the fun stuff, our toppings, tomato, our cheese, which I don't know, just take like a hand, not like a handful, kind of like a pinchful. Make sure to have clean hands because, you know, obviously reasons. We're just gonna like try, so. And our crunch wrap. See, it's not perfect, but it's a crunch wrap. So we finished all 3 of our crunch wraps. Here they are right now. They're all packed and loaded, and I wanted to show you guys before we took them back to the stove and like warmed them up, and I think that's how you make them like stay together and like not fall apart. So that's not really. So let's go back to the stove. So we're back to the stove again. We have our freshly cleaned pot, and so I don't want to do this. I think you just stick them on and then just toast them a little bit, and then you're basically done. So let's do this. I'm not gonna add oil because I'm not really sure what is going to happen. We're basically just going to slap that on there. Okay, so we got our spatula, and I think it's done. So we're gonna, and I think it's done on that side. So we're gonna flip it up. The hole poked out. Oh. So we have our tostadas. They're all toasted. They're right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This took me around an hour to make, but obviously I was recording this while doing it. So if you would like, you know, just focus your time on the food, it'll probably take like around 30 to 45 minutes. I think that's it. Oh wait, I'm supposed to try it. Let me tell you something. I hate those cooks that cook their own recipe and then try it and be like, oh my god, it's so good. Like, of course it's gonna be good because it's your recipe. Like, you're fake if you do that, period. So I feel like out of the three, I feel like this is the best one. It closed the best, and it's toasted pretty well. So we're gonna cut this one. We're gonna cut this one out. And do you hear that crunch? Yeah, that's homemade tostadas. Period. I don't like show on camera like see that? That's a Crunchwrap, baby. It's so good.
I hate those cooks that cook their own recipe and then try it and be like, oh my god, it's so good. Like, of course it's gonna be good because
it is so good. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna be eating my Crunchwraps. Period. These are so good. Period. I hope you like this video. And tune in for the next one. Bye.